6 people have lost their lives in Eastern Cape's deadliest road crash on the R61 in Ngcobo. 3 others sustained injuries. It's believed an overloaded double-cab bakkie overturned after losing control on Christmas Day. The province's Transport Department spokesperson Unathi Binqose joins us now to chat more about their safety plans. Unathi, thank you so much for joining us and for being with us this morning. Is there any information available regarding the circumstances that led to this fatal car accident?
This accident, along with many others like it, have been head-on collisions. And head-on collisions often point to a question of human behavior, as this particular accident has happened in one of the better stretches of the road in the Eastern Cape, the N2. But yeah, that's what we're picking up in not just this accident, but a lot of accidents that have occurred in the Eastern Cape since the beginning of the festive season. Close to 75% of them are down to the way you and I as road users are conducting ourselves on the road. It has barely been about the condition of the road, nor has it been about the condition of the vehicles that have been involved in these accidents.
How common are accidents of such a type and fatalities in the province? And how does this accident compare to others of this type of magnitude?
Look, since Christmas, in fact, since the announcement of the midpoint festive season fatalities, the Eastern Cape has seen a spike in the number of fatalities. And on days that we would have least expected to experience accidents on, days like Christmas Day, because by Christmas Day, a lot of long-distance drivers would have been at home with their families by then. But unfortunately, we saw a bad accident that has claimed 6 lives. And they were told that those 6 lives were members of the same family. And then on the 26th, which was yesterday, again, we witnessed even 2 head-on collisions that claimed a total of 7 lives. So we have seen a spike on days that we would have least expected to see some crashes on. But overall, as much as I hate to say it, but the reality is that so far we are faring better than we did at this time last year. And of course, that is going to be little comfort to those families that are mourning their loved ones right now. To them, this is by far the worst Christmas ever. But in terms of the overall numbers, comparatively to last year, we are faring slightly better. And we will challenge road users, motorists in particular, to keep it at that and ensure that we build upon this minor success that we've registered so far, as people will be heading back to their places of work and back to school in no time.
Most certainly. But have you identified any specific issues or challenges with regard to road safety in the area?
The main issue has been you and I. You and I, as a viewer at home, the way we are conducting ourselves on the road has been really, really appalling. It has been the major contributing factor of accidents in the Eastern Cape. I wish not to downplay the issue of road infrastructure. Road infrastructure in the province of the Eastern Cape is something that needs to be attended to. However, the majority of road crashes that we've witnessed here, and we are even reluctant to call them accidents, they are actually crashes, because like I said, it's head-on collision, and sometimes it's drivers losing control of their vehicles, maybe at times approaching bends at high speeds, and the weather conditions have been less than ideal in the province. Since the beginning of the month of December, it's been wet and slippery with poor visibility in some areas, and it remains like that as I'm talking to you now. It is for that reason that we are calling on road users to remain extra vigilant on the road. But what we've also noticed is that there have been a fair number of pedestrians that have been hit by vehicles. And sadly, in some instances, it has been hit and run. But thankfully, in most of those crashes, we have managed to pick up some clues that are able to link us to the perpetrators of those crimes of hit and run. In some instances, vehicles have lost their number plates, and we are able to trace them and get to the owners of those vehicles, who will be able to tell us who was behind the wheel at the time of those crashes. So we are calling on pedestrians as well to remain extra vigilant. Take off your headphones. Take off your eyes off your cell phone, because you do not know what is happening around you if you have your ears covered in earphones and your eyes fixated on your gadgets such as cell phones. because those have been main contributors for a lot of pedestrian fatalities.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us and for giving us those updates. We certainly do hope that motorists will be a lot safer traveling back to their destinations from making their holidays, especially from the Eastern Cape. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.